I think this is voted on by fans, but he's won Rookie of the Week in like all but 3, maybe 4 weeks.
I think it's 7 weeks. Valdez loves to point that out to people. He's won it 7 times.
Right.
Pepsi Player of the Week.
Whatever it is.
Or Rookie of the Week.
But
he
statistically,
trolls Jeff Walker with that stat. I know that for a fact.
So he's won that Rookie of the Week a lot, and he was in the MVP discussion, not so much now after the last couple of games. But we're wondering if it bothers you that all of a sudden there's noise for other rookies that potentially could win Rookie of the Year.
For most rational people, it doesn't bother them.
Right.
But if you're a real psycho fan, like an httc or to your core, I could see that it offends some of those people.
The only thing that bothers me is if you actually have the audacity to think that they're better. If you think
the
better,
Commanders made the right pick at number 2.
Right.
It seems they made the right pick at number 2. Does it mean the other guys aren't worthy of praise? No.
Well, wouldn't winning Rookie of the Year mean that they're better?
Not necessarily. I mean, like Chase Young won Rookie of the Year. I mean, lots of guys, winning Rookie of the Year. Robert won Rookie of the Year. So, I mean, you can have a fluky year. I'm just saying he's going to be the best one when it's all said and done.
But I'm telling you this.
I'm 100% convinced.
This tweet,
until proven otherwise.
This Bo Nix tweet that I posted triggered some people because here are a couple responses. We know JP, he's clearly better than JD5, which I didn't say. Then another person launched into Drake May. Unsolicited said, Drake May with his best game yet, surrounded with the worst offensive line and wide receiver group in the league. Good year to draft a quarterback. And I've told you the other guys who said that I was trolling.
Would you be now to play devil's advocate? I'm a Jayden guy, but I'm willing to take the field against you in a career bet if you wanted to, as a gentlemanly bet.
Sure,
we could decide on a wager on whatever the wager is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I have no fear of any of the other quarterbacks in this draft.
Okay, then I'll take the field.
But what is the bet?
I don't know what the bet. I don't know what the parameters.
I guess he's betting who's going to be who's the best,
who has the best career
of the batch.
So just sniff test best career.
This is a 10 to 12
of all
year
the rookies. Bet. Does this include like 6 rounders that may emerge?
No, I'm only counting the big sillies, and I'm only counting quarterbacks. I'm not counting Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, by the way, on pace for 119 catches.
No, he's having an amazing year, but he wouldn't count for the parameters of this bet. Just to have action, because I'm a little bit of a degenerate, I would take the field against Jayden just because I like having the field.
Sure.
Even though I think he is supremely talented.
I'm happy to take that. Sure.
All right, we can work on the arrangement.
How
later.
about $10?
$10. So
that should be $100 bet at least.
You're
going to be 70 by the time you collect this bet.
Let's make it 50.
All right,
$50 lifetime bet.
All right.
And I'll just take the field. Valdez, put it in the book.
I'll probably be retired in case of me calling up EV.
Oh, if I win, I'll be expecting a Venmo. If we're still using Venmo,
if you're still using Venmo,
yes.
All right, let's play
but again, if Jayden is clearly better than everybody at the end, I'm happy to ship him $50.
That's a $50. EB and I made an Andre Agassi bet.
Yeah,
when we had no money for $100.
Hey, we make a lot of
like
bets
18.
Here.
We all have a lot of bills, JP. We have a lot of responsibilities. I can't willy-nilly just throw $100 away.
Get him a Bitcoin.
No way. That'd be $1 million bet.
There's no chance of doing that.
No way.
That's freaking impossible.
Make it interesting.
Let's go to Alan in Suitland. Alan, what's up?
So, first of all, JP lied on John Gruden's tweet. John Gruden didn't say that Drake May was better than Jayden. He just said Drake May would be a stud. Doesn't mean he's going to be the only stud. Yeah, no, you said he's on your side, and EB said that he had the other dog,
Jaworski.
But right, yeah. But he didn't speak on Jayden, so that's not really evidence.
Well, also he did in October, and it's a glowing deal that he said about Jayden.
Right. And then with Bo Nix, Jayden's. I'm on ESPN right now. Jayden has him in every category except for touchdown.
Right.
Passer rating, QBR. Yards per attempt. Long passes, Jayden has a 69-yard long. Bo Nix only has like a 40. Everything. And Jayden missed the game due to injury, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So his numbers will be even more ahead of Bo Nix. And then not only did they have a better record, they were averaging 30 points a game. Like, everything Jayden does is better than Bo Nix. Not even close.
Yeah, I happen to agree with you. What about Drake May?
Drake May's a donk, so it doesn't even matter.
He hasn't been paying attention.
You're not
to Drake
worried.
May.
You're not worried about Drake May.
That's what that response means.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Right. All right, I'm with you.
Very dismissive
Listen, I'm
of
with
Drake
you.
May.
I didn't say John Gruden said that he was better. In fact, he just signed a deal with Barstool, right?
Yeah.
And it was some sort of like sit down with the Barstool guys. I don't even think Jayden's name got brought up.
Let's go to Fred in Fairfax. Fred, what's up?
Morning, fellas.
Hey, Fred.
First time caller.
Thank you, sir.
How are you,
For
man?
years. So I agree with about Drake May probably being the best guy because he's bigger and has similar attributes to JD. But I love JD, and he's surrounded by better coaches and a much better team.
So you're a little all over the place. So you like them both, but if you had to bet on one, you would bet on Drake because of just being able to stand the punishment better?
No, I like him better because he's bigger. But as far as who's going to be Rookie of the Year, I'll take JD.
Who's going to have the best career?
JD. Because he's got better coaches, better owners.
Hesitation, though. There was
It
hesitation.
doesn't matter. He came up with
I'm a
the
little
right
worried
answer.
about his fragility. Obviously taking a hit to the ribs, and he definitely has had an issue for the last couple of weeks. I would have doubted to play him the last couple of times, but you can see that he's had some issues.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Fred. So Drabby put Drake May as best quarterback for Fred, but Fred actually voted for Jayden. Just so we're clear.
He had reservations.
But his final vote was Jayden.
Okay.
All right, let's go to, I don't know, the guy's name is Little. Hey, guys, whose name is
How do you think Drake
Little.
May would be faring right now in Washington?
Who?
Like if you flip them,
Not as
if
good.
you put Jayden in New England and you put Drake May in Washington, I think Drake May would have better touchdown numbers.
Then he might have better touchdown numbers than he has now. But
Passing.
I think
Now, part of the game is running, and Drake can run, but Jayden is obviously superior there.
Mm-hmm. I just think he couldn't do quite all that Jayden can do. I think Jayden's just a more accurate passer. I don't know. Now, Jayden may go to New England and not necessarily flourish. I don't know what they got going on there. I don't know who's tutoring Drake May. I mean, I have no idea.
Is it Alex Van Pelt? I think he might be the OC
I don't even know
there.
if that's a good situation for him or not. I will agree that I think the Cliff Jayden marriage has largely been great. Didn't like week 1. Didn't like the first half of week 2. Did not like last week.
I think Jayden has been a little unlucky with some of these touchdown numbers. Like his touchdown numbers are low. He's got 10 touchdown passes in 11. But it seems like at least 4 or 5 times he's had passes where guys go down at the 1 yard line.
Totally.
I'm expecting.
That's
by
why
the way,
it doesn't even matter.
Against Dallas, what's the minimum amount of points that I'd be happy with?
27.
26 to 27.
Yeah.
I need something in that range. Yeah. If they come out and score like 17 or 20 against the Cowboys,
concern.
Kind of mediocre. Because this Cowboys defense is letting everybody score at will against them. And that's what this offense should do.
And if by chance they lose to Dallas, then all of a sudden you're in full-blown sweat to make the playoffs.
Unless Jayden Daniels would have to have the worst game as a quarterback in NFL history for them to lose to the Cowboys this weekend. That's how convinced I am that they'll beat the Cowboys. Very convinced.
Even before watching them tonight.
Scared the poop out of me now.
Yeah, it should be scary.
You put the big hex on us.
Big mush. Big old mush over here.
All right, let's go to.
But I'm still convinced. I'm not backing off this position.
I hope you're right, Cakes.
Let's go to
Little.
You're also convinced that Dan Campbell is going to be a terrible NFL coach.
Again, that was Campbell and Sirianni. Now, I vote against Sirianni because he was a bit of a clown, but he's been on a heater of late. Campbell, that's one where I just have to take one of these. I'm taking a big L on Dan Campbell.
All right, can I go to
He's a
Little
Hall of
already?
Famer, apparently.
What's up, Little?
Jump. Hey, look, man, once this kid, man, continue to manifest, moving in the pocket, throwing that ball upfield, man, them two cats can't carry JD5 jockey strap, man.
I agree.
I'm going to tell you now, man, this kid, man, he hurting right now, so it kind of hurt to throw on the run, especially with the ribs the way they are. So a lot of times, right now, he's trying to do too much. Well, he come off this 10-day bye. You watch what I tell you, fellas. You think you saw something in the beginning of the season. Hey, look, I'm predicting a 50 burger Sunday.
Oh, I like this, my guy.
Oh,
by the way, if you have Jayden, in my
I'm
opinion,
gonna see the ticket holder. I'm gonna start the chant. We want Dallas in the pre.
EB loves that chant. He's the biggest fan.
I don't like the
Hey,
top
look,
people.
God bless y'all. Stay up, man.
All right, thank you.
Here's what I was
Thank you,
going to
buddy.
say. If Jayden is healthy enough to go hang out with Wale at MGM National Harbor, he should be healthy enough to help lead the team to like 30-plus points against Dallas this weekend.
I think he's going to be fine.
I would think.
I think he's going to have a bounce back.
Being on stage and not taking hits for 300-pounders is way different than playing in an NFL game. But if he's healthy enough to be out and about,
I'll never forget last
he
year.
should perform.
We went to that Nats game. I can't remember. Was it a Nats game? Yeah, it was a Nats game. And it must have been in September. And Sam Howell was the toast of the town. He was.
Valdez had an embarrassing dap up with him, too.
Yeah.
It was kind of embarrassing.
And then shortly after that, it went downhill. It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick.
Well, yes. At one point, he had 21 touchdown, or maybe botched. He finished with 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions.
Late September.
But at one point, he had something like 18 touchdown passes and 12 interceptions. And you're like, okay, this looks like be the guy. A lot of interceptions, but 18 to 12 wasn't bad. But he ended up 21-21.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a million sacks.
All the sacks.
He had a million sacks.
Yeah. Well, again, Bieniemy just killed him. I mean, what a
There's
terrible.
your trigger.
Yeah,
You've been triggered.
You got to warn me.
You still hope Cliff doesn't turn into Cliff Bieniemy over the last few games. That'd be bad.